I am cancelling Death Bell HQ. They still haven't confirmed the GOAT HQ versus Godeo. And when they do that, my spirit will ascend. I'm working on a script for that. Subscribe if you want it. Look, just do it. I'm nearly at 100 subs, and that's so based. I may even get to 100 subs by the time this comes out. Hello. Cole vs. Alex is out. Alright, gotcha. So, alright, we can start. So, Colas came out, and we are finally treading into new territory when it comes to new next times. This episode was hyped for so long from its announcement all the way to when it came out, and I would like to say this episode was well worth the wait and definitely didn't disappoint with our expectations. Let's start with how I would rate this episode. It is at a comfortable 7 out of 10. It is a very good episode despite how the previews and sneak peek were subpar. Before we start, I'm going to do something different. Where would this be on the wheel that causes arguments, otherwise known as the cipher? For me, it's easy. It goes to the scales. Both characters have a lot to do with morality, and I think it makes sense when the science symbols, because Cole has a lot to do with science in the first place, and the file through Alex's main story wasn't even shaped like the one on the cipher, and that's like the only connection with it. Without the way, I learned how to do better reviews rather than just going, so this happens, very base. Next one. So let's test my review skills to see if I improve or I'm just mid. My comedy is good though. If you disagree, then fuck you.
Like Shadow the Hedgehog. Like Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog.
So the analysis didn't have many issues. On Alex's side, Cole, your analysis is not even gonna lie, it's ass. Cole's analysis was very underwhelming. Like Shadow the Hedgehog, Cole's analysis was filled with unfunny jokes and constant references to other characters just make me lose interest. I do know that this script was from a decade ago, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna let this off the hook. I mean, if we can't let Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black off the hook for aging like milk, then I don't think we can let this script off the hook either. Alex's analysis was actually pretty good. Unless you're talking about the name. Alex's name so far is easily the worst one out of the 6 we've got, including the next time. They're doing new things with these names, but they're not good. Alex was just hee Carnage but better. I'm funnier than this. And if I'm funnier than you have a problem. But they go through both character stories well enough, and I can appreciate the older Death Power charm being rekindled. I can't exactly fault the team for doing something nostalgic. It's a unique take that probably went well with people. Might just be a me thing. Alex did have some funny moments. Special mentions go to Kirby Lincoln Park, and that one shadow joke that certainly existed. The ex-wife jokes are a joke of all time. Overall, a decent analysis if you watch Alex only. We don't talk about Cole's at all. At least, then it's decent. Yeah, I'm trying to block Cole's analysis out of my mind. Let's just get to the fight, otherwise I will grow an aneurysm.
That's right, Broomstick.
The fight was very good. Sure, the sneak peek was a sneak peek, but after the sneak peek, the episode does pick up. Even though they removed Cole's scream, why would you do that? That's it. Unsubbing, no longer remember, leaving your IP address as we speak. But yeah, the fight does pick up on the sneak peek. The animation is really good, even with the old models being as old as they are. There wasn't anything as janky as Alex throwing the helicopter door. The writing for the fight was also pretty good, even if Alex was edgy. Things really do age like milk with prototype resistance. Damn. Also, the song Inhuman does bop like hell. Originally, it did boggle me, but then I did a few re-listens, and now it is one of the biggest pops of Death Battle. I say this like Death Battle has any bad songs, which I don't think it does at all. Please don't get the pitchforks, I am not committing blasphemy! Where was I? Oh yeah, the writing. Story with Cole being on the good side and Alex being on the evil side definitely helps add stakes to the fight, creating an interesting dynamic which is further expanded on as Alex begins to change forms. From his prototype 2 form to, I don't know what that is near the end. I don't play the games, I just review them. Character impressions are also pretty good. Cole responds to his voice in Infamous, and Alex isn't perfect. His voice is a bit too similar to Dimitri's, which, yeah, they had the same voice actor, but it is a bit jarring, but even then, the voice isn't bad itself, so it's not exactly, the the worst thing ever. The lines are also done well for the most part. I think the screen wasn't moved because it was too funny, which makes me a sad YouTuber. But where this fight really shines is the interactions between Cole and Alex. Specifically after Cole chucks Alex into a building. Alex enters his prototype 2 thingy and attacks Cole, because Cole's PS3 battery life disconnected and his game doesn't pause. I have been told he was shocked, but if that was the case, it wasn't portrayed the best. It just looked like Cole was idle the entire time, which wouldn't be in character. But that could be ignored because after Alex chucks 2 helicopters and a truck at Cole, Cole makes a decent tornado right there and there. Certainly a step up, that's what I'll say. Of course, Alex just nopes through it and crashes Cole into a building because he's Alex, tornadoes do nothing to him. After which, Alex makes a proposal to Cole by stabbing him, but to each their own. Alex wants Cole to change the world with him, and Cole's response, well, just listen.
The only vermin I see here is you.
But hybrid Batline, it makes me ascend. Okay, how did you also get here? Cole, now fully powered up, has to fight Alex, who just went into a mega transformation. I don't know its name. This section, though relatively short, has several well animated hits, along with fast-paced combos and crazy sound movements, like Alex grabbing Cole and jumping into the air. Now, since this is where the death comes in, let's discuss it. Alex stabs Cole and says he may as well just absorb Cole, to which Cole breaks out and says that's a good idea, because
oh, hey! I can do that too!
Cole absorbs Alex and they crash into the ground, with Cole saying the world sucks, but it's a lot better without Alex. Man, what a kick-ass death. The characters are written so well, and the hype during the final clash was so well done. This episode was definitely a lot better than I was expecting it to be. With that now done, let's move on. As we know, I wanted Alex to win and I also betted on it. So do I agree with the conclusion? Well, let's get to it.
Awesome sauce.
Look, if there's one thing I wanted from the conclusion, it's that Kessel's Beast wasn't mentioned. It wasn't, so therefore I can live. Ignore that. I don't know why that's there. But in all seriousness though, even though I did go in thinking Alex wins, the reasons they gave Cole the win at least makes sense to me. And after the episode itself being an absolute banger, I can at least say I am not salty about Cole getting the W in the episode. The main points being stuff like Cole resisting the black light infection and the power differences they have is also very good. I have no idea how else to explain the conclusion. I'm a British guy who is bad at versus debating. I ain't even gonna guess if I'm right, wrong, or whatever it is in between. Let's move on to the next time because it's GG for my brain if I stay on versus debating. Please don't make me versus debate. I'm not good at it. Just please don't let me do it.
I would most like to vaporize anyone on reality television. Except for Donald Trump. Out of professional courtesy, of course.
Don't pull out the Nokia! That's cheating! I gotta go golden!
For next time, it's Frieza from Dragon Ball versus Megatron from Transformers. I don't really care for this matchup. It exists, but I can see it doing well. From what I know, this will be a 3D fight, as Devil Artemis confirmed that this was their first fight on Blender, which will most likely mean that this was going to be a 3D fight. As to where I think this will go in the cipher, it's most likely the transform symbol, since Dragon Ball is known for transformations, and Transformers literally has transformed in its name. Overall, I hope this matchup delivers with the hype that this season is currently bringing on. And that was the end of the review. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit those funny buttons down below. You'll be funnier than me, and that is not clickbait. Would I ever clickbait my audience? No comment. If you look at the links below, you will be dragged to other social media sites. I can assure you that you will not be sent to the dark web and see some shit you didn't want to. Also, do sub. At this moment in time, as I'm scripting this, I'm nearly at 100 subs and I'm ready to cook an 100 subs special. Yeah, that's basically it. I hope to see you all next time.